Thank you, Papua New Guinea, and every part of our country. Our country is so beautiful, so nice. God created this nation as a very beautiful, resourceful, and very blessed nation that God has ever created among every other nations in the world. Uh, what I want to bring across this nation is this. We are now already approached 50 years of independence. Uh, Independence means we will not depend on independence is basically means you are not going to depend further on someone or even anyone. You are independent. That's what independence means. As we all know, that our founding father Michael Thomas Omari has got independence in 1975. He got independence trusting the younger generations of Papua New Guinea when he wanted to uh, get independence. Many complaints were raised by the colonies, maybe even Papua New Guineans too, complaining that you doesn't have you do not have a lawyer, accountant, a nurse, or even any knowledgeable woman or man can run this nation. Michael Somari was just a grade 10. He was not a degree holder, but God has chosen him to lead this very beautiful nation as we are today. And he got independence because he trusted the younger ones. He pointed to the women out there and tell the colonists or whoever who complained that the people that you are talking about are all in those women's womb. So he pointed to the women's. As you can see, the women standing out there, uh, in their womb, there is a lawyer, there is a accountant, any knowledgeable people to run this nation is in the wombs of those women. So by now, we came to realize that, I came to realize that Somali did not got independence that he gonna develop this nation. He trusted the younger ones, young generation we are today. He trusted us to develop this nation. He didn't say that I'm gonna develop, but he pointed to the future generation that is in those mothers' wombs. So since Samari got independence in 1975, till today we approach 50 years and we are still lacking of basic services like roads, bridges, education, health, you name it. By now we should already develop. But what is really happening in our country is really heartbreaking and heartaching to many concerned citizens in Papua New Guinea. So what I want to bring across us all in this beautiful nation is, what are we really going to do as a citizen of this country, as a citizens of this country? What are we going to do? Are we going to just sit back and see what people are corrupting our country, or our politicians corrupting our country? Or are we going to take any actions? Or development is something we all concerned about, but where will it start? So as we can see, many activists or corruption fighters like Bikle, Andapanga, and some others who are talking on Facebook and all this. It's nice, it's good. Good that we are going to know where we are and how we are approaching, or how we are progressing. So what I want to bring across is this. The money that is allocated for developments in Papua New Guinea, uh, maybe provincial level is maybe 20,000 plus in a year, 20 million plus in a year. In a district, a specific, or each district, maybe 10 million kina in a year. When comparing those money to our living standard today that we are progressing, the prices of goods and services are really skyrocketing. So as a concerned citizen, we are lacking something very special as this nation. We've got independence from the colonies of other countries, British countries or other colonial countries. We told them, as a mouthpiece of Papua New Guinea, Somari told them that I will no longer be colonized by colony countries. So he got independence just from the slavery. But are we really independent? We are we really independent? That's the question. Because we are still borrowing money. That is part of dependency, not independent. So are we economically independent? That's one. Two, are we uh, religiously or religiously independent? There's some basic questions that we are going to ask ourselves. So if this country is a independent country, by now it's supposed to produce its own products by using golds and coppers and the mineral resource that we have. We should be a supplier and also the producer, and people from other countries should buy the products from us. But why are we still dependent and borrowing money from overseas country and buying products from overseas country, and also our religious is not working properly? People have religious enemy everywhere in Papua New Guinea. And also people are not worshiping God on time. Government has never implemented any good policies so that people can worship the creator that we have of the universe, God. Maybe appointing setting up a specific day so that everybody gonna worship and respect the creator, so that God can pour his wisdom, understanding and knowledge to every citizens of this nation and even country as a whole, plus all the politicians can equip with wisdom to develop this nation. This country is a very tiny country compared to other countries in the world. But why this country is not developing? That's the big question. Where is the money going? Those 10 million kina and 120, not 120, but 20 million kina plus for the provincial government. Where is the money going? It's a very critical things that we are going to consider, so that money must reach the specific allocated places, and development must go in respective districts in Papua New Guinea. That is some things that we are going to discuss. So we have to, as a government, we have to economically independent, not borrowing. Borrowing must be stopped. We are independent from the colonizers, but we are not economically independent. We are still depending on the developed nations. That is very bad. So this is something to think about. Think about. Think about that. As leaders of this nation, prime minister down to whoever ministers, have to consider this. Why we are still dependent economically to other countries, even though we have good resources, mineral resources, cash crops, many things that we have in our country, but why still we are neglected from development? By now 50 years, we should already be somewhere, and we should be a very competitive nation in the world. But why we are ranked, maybe when you see corruption rank, maybe Papua New Guinea is on 10th place or something like that. We are not supposed to be like that. We have to follow procedures and steps to develop this nation. Just a thought you can share.